Well, this is our second game for tonight. I think this is round 4. Yeah, so I'm joined here by Mr. Time Master.
Hey, how's it going?
It's pretty. I'm doing pretty well. And as always, my name is RuZero, and we have a game from Division 2 tonight to present to you guys. NoC Inferno versus Empire Esports. So we are two teams. And Empire, of course, in the blue, NoC in the red. And we'll be starting out on Nepal, our first map. And see what both these teams decide to pull out here. It looks like competitions are pretty much locked in. We've got Pharmacy coming out from Empire. And otherwise, pretty standard dive comp with the Tracer. And something a little bit different coming out from NoC, actually. The Ryan Zarya and Moira and Reaper. So this is something we actually saw a little bit of in Overwatch League recently, and also in the Korean competition, Korean contenders, sorry. But gives them a lot of sustain. As you see, they're immediately taking control of the point. They do demech Newmu there, and WannaDie has died. He's the first pick. They're going to be speed boosting right in, but Newma actually takes down Trainwreck in the midst of that, but it's not going to amount to much as Lewis Given manages to demech him once again. Queso also had been taken down, and control is pretty much in the hands of NoC Inferno right now, 22% and counting. And Empire will have to group up and try again. Interesting, actually, Slappy Hand has built up a barrage, so there's nothing really to counter him here in the air, so it will be up to him to try and get some rockets, rain some rockets down, get the first pick. See Peslos trying to make some headway onto the point, but he's being shut out completely. They're going to be rotating around to the other side. The sound barrier popped, now bought by Bedridden. And the barrage coming down from behind, but Slappy Hand accidentally kills himself there with his own barrage. Death Blossom will demech Nemu. Queso reses Slappy Hand though, so the fight is still going on. And Bedridden getting yellow spray there, that could give them a bit of an advantage. Still though, that tank line is so beefy. The triple tank coming out, the Graviton Surge, the D.Va self-destruct. And that's 2 kills there for Nemu. And well, that's going to be a flip actually, as Peslos coming out strong, not caught in that ult combo. Yellow spray, the only one left, trying to ensure they get as much percentage as possible, but he eventually goes down. And well, point has been flipped 82%, and like I said, Slappy Hand, although he did kill himself, he did deal quite a lot of damage after he got rezzed, and Peslos cleaning up there at the end as well. Nothing really to counter this Pharmacy in the air. There's still no compositional changes from NoC either, and Slappy Hand pulls out another barrage, a bit sneaky there.
It's a very quick ult from that team.
That's right. Very, very quick ult percentage. Ult build-up as the Burst Shadow will be committed by Vizra there. Still, there's more members for the side of Empire Esports, as the res will come through onto Paslos as well, and they're going to be finishing off Johnny Boy and keep control of the point. But as Mr. Time Master said,
they just missed that Mercy too in that fight. Reaper went after him, but a bit too slow.
Unfortunate. Slappy Hand just completely uncontested, building up those barrages like no one's business here. He's just free to just rain down rockets as they're going to be popping that Coalescence here and using a couple of their ults. The sound barrier though will be there to counter for the side of Empire Esports. The res comes through onto Pazlos, and now they're going to be popping a few more ults. WannaDie has popped that primal raise. The D.Va self-destruct on the point doesn't manage to get anything, but the Death Blossom in the back line, Slappy Hand and Queso, both the Pharmacy combination going down there. Ults have been all used up. Johnny Boy getting the demech and the kill onto Bedridden late, and Point has flipped over. They're going to have to scramble now to get back. They're not going to have 6 members. Wanna Die does trigger the overtime. And the pulse bomb onto Train... Actually, that was stuck onto top speed and got Trainwreck in the splashes. Slappy Hand just wreaks havoc with the barrage, but top speed has something to say about that. The Graviton Surge and the self-destruct will come through with a triple kill there. And they managed to keep control of the point. 100% has ticked over. And NoC Inferno will take the first round here on Nepal.
That was a very stable hold by NoC Inferno then. They only lost the point once.
Yeah, that's
might
right.
have been only by a small mistake.
Yeah, and the ult combos with the Graviton Surge and self-destruct were pretty, got them a lot of value each time they used it, so...
Also, that huge Death Blossom, though. That won them that won the map, probably. Easily, actually.
Big plays coming out from the Liz Given there. And there's going to be some more interesting compositions coming out here. And it's going to be Ryan Zario from both teams, actually. So a bit slower composition, but Pharmacy is now going to be played by NoC. So bit of a swap up. Slappy Hand is going to be on the Doomfist as we see the charge come through, and Wanna Die taking out Viscera there early on. And that's going to give them some early headway here. They're going to be collapsing onto the remaining members, but this is given takes out Slappy Hand, so still 5v5 right now. Pazlos though gets the returning kill onto Johnny Boy, and they have to back away. Empire Esports taking the first cap of the point. The meter will start ticking up here.
Empire is very lucky that they won that. That Doomfist didn't work out very well for him on that take. The Doomfist didn't get much off, but he also didn't get focused down too much, which is one of the good things about him, when his team can take shots for him.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Doomfist is now gone, and this is given with a very fast barrage. Takes down Slappy Hand, takes down Wanna Die as well. The Moira, Coalescence and the Sound Barrier too late to save them. And Pulse Bomb kill onto Viscera, but I think it's a bit too late. Counter Sound Barrier now out for NoC. And they're going to be pushing forward, trying to chase those kills. Lucio, the only one alive on the point, bedridden, has to escape. And they will flip the point. So 47% accumulated by Empire there. Slappy Hand has switched off the Doomfist in the previous fight to Soldier, so trying to go for a little bit more consistent damage.
More stable pick too.
Definitely so.
Takes a lot of skill and luck to be good with Doomfist.
Yeah, it's often feast or feed, as they say. As we see, Empire going to be making their way out of the point, but the flashbang and the backshot are perfectly coordinated with the Deadeye as well, Johnny Boy, for good measure. And that's 3 early kills going the way of NoC, and Pazlos will eat a flashbang and a shot to his brain. And, well,
that Zarya bubble almost ate that shatter too. It was very close to the Zarya bubble eating the shatter.
Yeah, very, very close, but unfortunately, yeah, just not close enough. There's ult advantage very much in favor of NoC here, and they've got the Graviton Surge, they've got the barrage from the side, and
they really did not want to risk a retake.
Yeah, about as clean as you can really get, really. Efficient ult usage coming out from NoC. 2 ults used both times, and
so they're now going to have to rely on having people to shoot with the barrage when that does come up. The barrage is on 28%, so that might have been a really good usage.
Graviton Surge will come out now for the side of Empire. Coalescence is a little bit too late to combo with it, but Bedridden does get the first pick onto Yellow Spray, and crucially, Yellow Spray actually had Valkyrie available, but they're not going to have that for this fight now. They collapse on the remaining members, and well, they do manage to flip the point over, but 95% has been accumulated by NoC, and they probably won't be too disappointed with that. They have enough time for a couple of dry pushes to build up some ults and retake. They're going to have to get around this sound barrier that's available now for Bedridden. currently. He's going to be going very quickly on, and the Earth Shadow will come out. Wanna was slightly out of position. Viscera just sidesteps him and pulls out the Earth Shadow and top speed. And Johnny Boy will combo there to get a couple of finishing kills.
Depending on how long they can stall this, this is his last fight.
Yeah, if they're going to have to scramble to get back, they probably will be able to trigger the overtime, 99%, but no! Top Speed does not manage to get back, and NoC coming out with a dominant performance here in the second round of Nepal, and they take the first map in this match.
It was hard fought.
Yeah, hard for, especially it's a bit closer on this first point as we see the play of the game come through. But
shame we didn't get to see more of them on this map for the third point, though.
Yeah, pity. And I have to question a little bit the decision to play the Ryan Zarya into Ryan Zarya, the mirror matchup of the tanks. It seems that NoC for even in previous seasons have been favoring that composition, and Empire decided to take it to them and just got.
Bunker Comp could have done them a bit better then, instead of going Ryan Zarya to Ryan Zarya, maybe.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Bunker Comp might have done them better.
Yeah, like
Roadhog
and
Marissa.
A bit of a bit. Sorry, go on.
That's it. I was just finishing what I was saying.
Yeah,
Roadhog and
I
Marissa.
just thought they had a bit of a better showing on the first map when they were playing dive. So if they wanted, I thought, especially when they were playing dive with the Pharaoh, like Pharaoh is still viable on this map, but they chose not to play it. So yeah, it's an interesting matchup. We'll see whether they decide to stick with the Ryan Zarya on our next map, which will be Junkertown. And of course, Junkertown, probably the most Widowmaker friendly map in the pool.
Yeah.
Right now.
Maybe we'll see some good old fashioned pirate ship action.
Yeah, pirate ship also very popular on the attack. Lots of Orisa, lots of Widowmaker. Yeah,
Let's hope that either team doesn't go for a first point Doomfist like they tried to do earlier.
Well, it worked out for them. Unfortunately, despite the Doomfist not having much of an impact, they did manage to get the first control. But
this Doomfist first point on this map doesn't work too well because it's really open.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially if they're holding up on that high ground, the defensive Orisa position.
Yeah.
Right here. It makes it very hard for a Doomfist to even get in there because he'll get shot before he gets in.
Definitely works a lot better on these enclosed maps, like on control maps or even some 2CP.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Actually, maybe there's a Brigitte being played here by Johnny Boy. Possibly not. He's going to switch over to the Widowmaker. And I kind of hope Blizgiven does play their Hanzo. I want to see some double sniper action. I really hope he does stick on it, but for the defensive side.
Oh, are they going with a May? Possibly?
Yeah. Have seen that used before. Yeah, it looks like he's going to stick with it. He's making his way to the point now, so. May and Bastion is a bit of a defensive.
Definitely an option, though.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're playing Bastion to Bastion. That May is going to give him a lot of options.
Oh, Numiz has actually switched off onto the Soldier now, but there is going to be Pirate Ship coming out from NoC Inferno here. No Widowmaker from either team. No, Johnny Boy will be switching off now. He just was on the Moira for a second there to give some sustain for the Bastion to get onto the cart.
That Bastion and May would have worked out really well, though, considering they're running a Bastion themselves.
Hook actually connects, but I think is broken by Linestein. Johnny Boy taking down Yumu there with a headshot. And Wanna Die, well, not long for this world as Bastion just carves him up. And now the Orisa hold just telling everyone to get back over here. As the cart has just not stopped at all. And Pazos is struggling to really have an impact here on this May. He's taken down. And very fast first point capture, just almost no resistance whatsoever to NoC's first push.
Oh, they're going for this offensive positioning. Oh, the sneaky plays. Orisa, Bastion and Mercy all flanking around behind.
Very
Oh, with
interesting.
the bat,
Yeah,
with the
and
tank
he
mode.
does get the ult off. He gets the immediate
Oh.
kill onto Queso. And the direct hit onto Wanadai as well.
That was
Sneaky plays coming
pretty
out
much
from
a triple.
Nokia.
That
Almost
secures
a
him this
triple.
checkpoint almost.
Johnny Boy taking out Numu once again. And really, it's just domination we're seeing here from NoC. Nothing can even touch the payload.
The very good offensive positioning by the Bastion and Orisa up on the high ground.
And that should ensure the infra side especially should ensure that eventually they're going to be trying to contest, but Johnny Boy just taking down Numu. He gets the second headshot onto Queso, and there's not much you can do when a Widowmaker's popping off like this. They corral Bedridden into a corner.
The Genji tried to go deal with the Bastion, but the Bastion had none of it. He just kept on shooting the people on the point.
It's so hard to approach this pirate ship once it gets going. The momentum is just incredibly difficult to deal with. But they do have the pick con required. They're going to switch off onto the Junkrat now. Bedridden also going to get the Ana probably to give some better sustain for Slappy Hand, and also to get combo with his Dragon Blade. Bit of Nano Blade action maybe coming out soon.
It seems like the NoC Inferno have got really good communication right now too, with the way that they're moving around together.
Yeah, and they're actually going to back away now as Bliss Given and Top Speed do get taken down. So car control has been taken by Empire Esports. They do manage to stop the pirate ship in its tracks, and we might see some switches coming out.
Yeah,
Yep,
switching off the Bastion for the Pharah.
Yep,
Good switch.
Pharah being picked. Pirate ship doesn't work all that well in this third point, so the Pharah switch makes sense. The Orisa damage boost will come down. The Graviton Surge, what was that? Just popped in there. That was just no diva to counter that. And the triple kill though, from Pazos out of nowhere with the Riptire. And now Slappy Hand's the only one left on the payload. He's taken down, and the kite will remain moving. As,
That was 3 ults there, and they still didn't successfully retake.
Yeah, unfortunately, Slappy Hand was the only one left after that Riptide managed to kill 3. They should be able to contest. Looks like they're gonna have to contest 6v6 here. They're not able to get onto the point fast enough with their respawns. Now Valkyrie out for Queso. And now gonna chain into the Coalescence. Slappy Hand though getting the first kill on the Visra. Nice flashbang going through there. And now they're going to be pushing forward, trying to take control. Somehow Yellow Spray gets the res on the Visra though. And Liz Given popping that barrage, getting the double kill. Queso and Slappy Hand being taken down, but kills traded out. Pazlos taking him down as well. And they're going to have to back away here, as the respawn advantage is a little bit too much for them to deal with. Bedridden with the flanking sleep dart there, but not able to take down that Moira.
It's just a shame that Viscera's Rhine charge didn't connect to anyone. His target was Platos, but he got bounced.
Yeah, that's right. And well, there's a couple of switches actually coming out for the attacking team. Lizgiven is going to switch onto the Reaper. And they're going to be going Rhinezaro. They're going to be very similar comp to what they use in Nepal. They're going to be speed boosting through behind, and the sleep dart coming through onto Yosbray, and Pazzel's just going to pop that tactical visor. And well, that was very, very clean from Empire Esports there. Only two ultimates used. Queso also used the Valkyrie during that.
Only bad thing about them finishing that fight that quick is they didn't run down the clock anymore. Yeah. Well, at least they will get the respawn timer, so at least 10-15 seconds. But now 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes remaining. They're gonna be taking this high ground position and jumping down now. And Liz Given in. Oh, Slappy Hands trying to go for something a little bit sneaky. Johnny Boy with his own
Deadeye will take our bedridden. The res will come through, but he's taken down Slappy Hand, and Liz Given will take down Wanadai. The cart is now moving once again. Yumu corralled into a corner. He's going to get taken down. The Graviton Surge will be popped at the last moment to try and buy some time. Nano boost onto Pazlos. He does manage to take
that
out
kill on
two.
that Reaper.
He's taken out two. And they somehow managed to get control of the cart once again. Still no completion for NoC. Ult advantage very much in favor of NoC right now. They've got the Coalescence. Their sound barrier is almost up. Earth Shadow and Graviton Surge, the CC combo is also available. Meanwhile, for Empire, they've only got that Riptire, and Wanadai may build up Earth Shadow by the next fight. They're gonna have to make do with what they got. Watch out for those support ults, as NoC will be trying to make their way onto the point once again. They're on it now. And the flashbang, the Earth Shadow, the combo we saw on Nepal strikes again, but Pazlas in the back line pops that Riptide, gets Johnny Boy, and he takes out Vizra as well with the help of that Graviton Surge there from top speed. And well,
that Shadow may not have hit many people, but hitting the Reaper was still very good for their defense then. Especially since they're in a Graviton. They also had Death Blossom up then with that Graviton as well.
Yeah, that's right. Liz was not given an opportunity to use it as he got taken down. Couple more swaps coming through now. Johnny Boy going to be on that Tracer.
Are we going to see a sneaky high noon from McCree here? Slappy Hand?
Slappy Hands does have it available. He's trying to position himself on the high ground, but the Death Blossom will come out. Doesn't manage to get anything. Slappy Hand does do the sneaky high noon. Manages to take out Yellow Spray, and Pazlos will finish off. Trainwreck here. The Nano Boost will come down on Slappy Hand to try and clean up. He gets 3 kills in that fight, and overtime will be ticking down. Empire Esports with a very good hold here on this
very
third point
strong defense.
Strong defense indeed.
All they had to do was get rid of the Bastion off the payload, and then they're fine.
Yeah, it was looking a bit dicey there for a couple of seconds, but the players, during all those fights, there was quite a few clutch plays coming through, individual performances that allowed them to, even with ult disadvantages, just win some of those fights and hold quite comfortably in the end. And yeah, well, going to be swapping sides now, of course. And crucially, of course, they didn't manage to complete the map, so there is a yellow box of victory somewhere down there on that third point. And all Empire Sports need to do to walk away from this with this map is to reach that box.
It's still anyone's game though. They
see what conditions each
still
team
anyone's game
want
though.
to
They didn't
use.
get the third checkpoint.
Yep, close, definitely. And it's up to Empire to match the effort that we saw here from NoC Inferno. Compositions, looks like the Orisa Roadhog coming through from NoC once again. Very standard actually, the Zenyatta, the Widowmaker and the Mercy coming through. And for the attacking side, we might see something a little bit pirate shippy once again. No, Pazlos may play the Doomfist.
Doomfist. Let's see how they do with first point. There's a very strong tank combo that they have on Inferno right now, though.
Actually, this is very interesting. This is a bit of a
They switched into a
see this
Tracer.
very often. Yeah, the Orisa Roadhog, but instead of the usual Junkrat or the Widowmaker, the defensive DPS picks, we're gonna have more of a divey DPS line, as Johnny Boy will get the first pick onto one dive, and Nubu follows up with the kill onto this given. The
Well,
rest
that good
will come
hook onto
through
that
on the Wanna Dive.
Roadhog. Sadly, didn't make anything off it.
Now, Cart will be moving through that arch, and they do have a man advantage here. And very quick infrasight built up there by Johnny Boy. He's going to pop that now. Bedridden does take down Vizra.
Also, the good right-click combo from the Orisa.
And Johnny Boy will have to reset. They're going to be taking this first point quite comfortably, and yeah, I didn't really get to elaborate on what I was saying, but they're playing Tracer Genji with Roadhog and Orisa, not something you see very often. Seems to be working out for them so far. No pirate ship, of course, coming out.
They switched off the defensive dive as well.
Yeah, not really a dive. There's no Winston and
About Inferno.
standard dive at least. Yeah, and Inferno is going to be switching, as you mentioned. Defensive dive coming through from them. The hook is good onto Numu. The Nano Boost and the Dragon Blade for Slappy Hands makes clean work of the rest of the team.
I didn't switch to that in time, so we missed it, sadly.
Great coordination coming out there from Empire Esports.
That was either very good communication from that Genji and Ana, or that Ana just had some very good awareness.
He definitely would have called that, I think. The grip tie will be coming out. The sleep tie is good onto Vizra. This whip tie get anything? I think it got taken out actually, as Numu will get absolutely roasted by that whole hog there. The hook into whole hog. Johnny Boy also getting taken down. They are making clean work of this fight. Top speed. Last one left in the Baby Diva is taken down, and they will take point B. And yeah, pretty clean fights from being shown here from Empire Esports. They have that supercharger available and the all-important Valkyrie. Climbing, Sleepy Hand approaching another Dragon Blade again. Moving through onto this third point. They still have 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining, so plenty of time as the sleep dart comes down onto the tank there, but nothing gained from that. The dive will come through. The pulse bomb not getting anything from Johnny Boy, but a great grenade. A sleep dart again onto the Winston, but he pops the primary rage, somehow manages to survive. Supercharger will get taken down, and res for both teams. Now 4v5 on the point, and Transcendence will keep everyone alive. Trainwreck managing to facilitate a couple of kills there, but Pazlos is now back. The respawn's coming through for Empire Esports, and they do manage to come out with 3 people on the payload, and it will move around this final corner. The supports are now back for Empire Esports. The Valkyrie will come out. The grip tire, can it get anything?
Right off the Tracer.
It does manage to catch Pazlos, and now they're going to collapse on the rest of the team. The whole hog being popped by Numu to try and keep everyone away. And yellow spray though with the Valkyrie.
That long shot onto Trainwreck with the hook.
Yeah, got Trainwreck. And Slappy Hand will be popping that Dragon Blade to try and clean up this fight. There's still a man advantage here for Empire Esports. The respawns are good. Johnny Boy trying to get away. The Liz given left high and dry. And they're going to be... There is a contest coming through. The Diva self-destruct will be popped, but nothing gotten from that. And they're just cleaning up the straggled members now of NoC as they approach this victory box. Vizra trying to do what he can. He does pop his primary raise. The Nano Boost is out now onto Wanna, but the Orisa hold comboed with the Genji Dash. That'll finish both of them, while Slappy Hand popping off here at the end, getting Liz given as well. And they do manage to complete. They will take this second map, Empire Esports, tying the series up 1-1.
Both a good defense and a good offense, they show.
Yeah, impressive from both teams. And really, to see Liz given getting that play of the game.
I have forgotten to update the overlay. Who won the first game?
I believe it was NoC who won the first map, and Empire Esports tying it up. It's 1-1 now. And interesting composition, of course, that Tracer Genji with the more defensive tank line coming out for Empire Esports, but it did work out for them in the end. They were able to coordinate their dives well with the DPS, and the Orisa Holt used very effectively to combo with both the Roadhog Hook and the Genji switch strike there. And we'll be going on to our third map now. So Hanamura will be it. And this map, of course, will decide the winner of this series. Both teams looking very evenly matched so far.
Go either way.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely could go either way. And, well, we'll be entering our third map now. And I'll be interested. I think this is I don't know if anyone remembers from last season, but when NoC Inferno played last season, there was a certain Reinhardt player called Antibus who was playing with them. And on Hanamura, he had some very interesting tactics that he used. They were very, very effective and very sneaky. So we'll see whether the new tank players decide to emulate that strategy, or will we see something a little bit more standard coming out from them. They will be on the attack first up, so...
By the looks of it, they're going to go with another bunker comp.
Yeah, for on the defense.
Yeah, on offense with Orisa and Hog.
Yeah. I think that's on defense. For
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Of course, colors gets everyone. Colors changing between maps, but...
Oh, right, they switched sides, did they? Okay, I better switch that over.
But yeah, yeah, on defense, Orisa Hog coming out very standard, nothing too crazy from NoC. And actually, it's going to be the attacking side, Empire Esports, going to be going with that Ryan Zarya comp. And actually, they may stay with his Brigitte here on attack. Not a very popular pick, but we haven't seen much of her in competitive play yet. Well, she's not available on the ladder yet. And just getting some very early ult charge there, already up to 35% of Riptire.
The quad tank comp.
Quad tank, they're going to be speed boosting in. This comp is of course based on getting a very fast coalescence, and they'll be getting the first 2 kills actually, so they're going to collapse onto the rest of the squishies. The hammer swinging away, and Donny Boy decides to commit suicide.
They're going to be relying a lot on their brawl potential right now because of their Brigitte.
Yeah, Brigitte has not built up that much or percentage, but wanna die with that hammer swinging during that fight. They will be taking point A, of course. Has built up 88% of a Earth Shatter, so they're going to be rolling through with this composition. And a couple of changes for for NoC. The Mei and the McCree now coming out, and the Diva also picked the
that big tire.
God. The Liz Given, just all too easy, popping the Riptire from the high ground. Not even that far to travel. The tank's not enough burst damage to burst it down in time, and 4 kills for him.
Switched off the junk to the soldier, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like he just wanted to pop that Riptire. That's probably the most efficient alt and switch I've ever seen. But yeah, double hit scan coming out for NoC. It's a bit of an interesting strategy to try and counter this Ryan Zarya comp. The Slippy Hand has now switched off onto the Genji, so he will be the sole DPS. Triple tank coming through, and Wanna will get the charge onto Trainwreck. They're gonna push through onto that point. 3 kills already for the side of Empire Esports. Yellow Spray will res up Trainwreck, and Vizra is just being zoned away by the Zarya, who's on very high charge right now, and that will be it. Please, you can get the Liz Divin trying to do his best, but not able to get onto the point. They're going to clean up the rest of those members.
A very concise attack.
Very dominant performance from Empire Esports here on their first attack on Hanamura. Just didn't look like NoC at any point could put up a consistent defense. Of course, there was that fight win off the back of that Riptire, but other than that, Empire Esports just running away with all of the team fights. And I'm a little bit curious that they decided to switch off onto Soldier McCree to deal with a triple tank composition. Usually you may see something more like the Reaper coming out, especially on the point 2 defense of Hanamura, but yeah, interesting compositional choices by Empire Esports. We'll see what they want to bring out here on defense. Looks like I'll be very surprised if they do run this Torbjorn. No, Slappy Hand will be switching off. And looks like it's going to be pretty classic dive for on the is this for, I'm getting colors mixed up again, for for defense, yeah, sorry, for offense, dive offense, and Brian Zarya defense for Empire Esports. It looks like Empire might, by running this composition, they may be expecting a bit of a 4 tank or triple tank action coming out from NoC, but looks like NoC don't want to deal with that. They wanted going Reaper and Soldier for their 2 DPS picks. Sorry, I'm getting colors mixed up again. God damn it. Yeah, they've been running dive with Johnny Boy
That
on the
strong
Widowmaker.
pick onto that Ana by the Widowmaker.
Yeah, strong pick there. The res will come through onto Bedridden though, so a bit of damage undone, but there's no more reses, and Pazlog actually taking down Trainwreck. Both ports now dead for the side of NoC, and they're going to have to reset off this. Good counter dive there coming through from, I guess you can't really call it dive, but good.
Whoops.
Good good tactical retreat. Not really, but yeah, good counter coming through to the dive of Empire Esports there the dive of NoC there from Empire Esports, as the flashbang will come through, and Johnny Boy is taken down though by Pazlos Res. Now for Yellow Spray, kills being traded out, support down for the side of Empire. And Hazlos actually getting 2 kills during that fight, and that's going to be another reset coming through from NoC. They're forced to back away once again. They still have not built up that many ults, only the Dragon Blade available for the Liz given. And meanwhile, 3 ults, 4 ults now pretty much available for the defending side, as they still haven't been able to knock the Soldier off the high ground. Lizgiven will be popping that Dragon Blade. He does find the Bedridden, but the Graviton Surge from Niru was good, and the rest of the team has just melted. Trade's definitely in favor of Empire Esports here on the defense. They're making a good effort. No real progress here on the point for NoC so far. And now they don't even have that Dragon Blade. Lizgiven will be swapping off onto Reaper. We're gonna have a Sound Barrier very soon, Earth Shatter, and the Graviton Surge already available. Charge is extremely good for Wanna Die onto top speed, but Pazlos popping that Death Blossom will not manage to get anything.
It's a good boop on that Reaper Death Blossom there.
Yeah, boop will save everyone. Pazlos does manage to make NoC back away once again. Ult advantage. You would expect most teams teams that are dry pushing to be building up an ult bank and then trying to take this first point. But what you're actually finding is, what we're actually finding is that Empire Esports are not having to commit very many ults to hold these points, so they've got an ult advantage. Earth Shadows traded by both teams, but Wanadai comes out on top, and he will claim 4 kills in that fight. Numu finishing off the remaining 2.
Bad trade, sadly.
Liz Given with a sad face in the chat. And, still no real opportunity for NoC so far to get onto this point. They're going to be coming up against another Graviton Surge and Nano Boost and a Tactical Visor. The Graviton Surge from both teams, but
the Nano on the Reaper.
With the Nano Boost. What can I really say? Just nothing there to contest him. Top speed will be staggered there as well, so this is about as bad as you can get. The Tac Visor popped as a bit of BM from Slappy Hand there. And NoC Inferno just had no opportunity to get onto the point. Empire Esports will be taking the win 2-1 in this match. Impressive fight back after losing the first map there by Empire to see the Earth Shatter. One Earth Shatter is better than the other.
The main difference between the teams to me just seems to be how much practice each team had on each map. And how well they dealt with the situations on those maps.
Yeah, after NoC came out with something, well, they looked pretty dominant on Nepal, and then Empire Esports just had some, interesting compositions. They knew how to play around their players' strengths and play around NoC's often inability to adapt. And yeah, we saw them come away with the win, especially on payload and assault. They were very, very impressive.
Yeah. So on payload though, Empire had a very good game, both on offense and defense. Yeah,
and they switched the momentum completely and carried it through. So well done to Empire. And yeah, I think that'll be it from us probably.
Yeah,
that was definitely a quick match.
Yeah, didn't go to game 3 ever, or round 3. I mean, it didn't go to overtime at all.
Yeah, it didn't go to round 3 at all. Didn't go to any extra rounds. But yeah, I think that'll be it from us. My name's RealZero.
My name's Time Master.
And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for coming by.